Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I am bringing you a wig review of an Ellen Wille wig. This one is called Date, and this one's really, really popular. The color is called Hazelnut Rooted. Dark brown root, bright sort of medium copper Irish red highlight on top of an already sort of reddish medium brown. So while I turn around, you'll see those colors and how dynamic they are. They look really cute in this wig, by the way. So let's talk some specs, shall we? Date is completely machine made and open wefted, and so because of that she's a little heavier than a monofilament wig of this particular length would be, but she breathes better. So that's the trade-off, really. The front is 3.5 inches, so this bang is non-intrusive as far as I'm concerned. It can go down, it can go up. It's a pretty nice length for a bang. The crown down is 4 inches, but that's just the topmost layer. She's a shag, so she's heavily layered in the back, which you'll see when I turn around. The sides are 3 inches. Again, that's just the topmost layer. It's a shag, so very, very layered. And then the nape is 2 inches, which is short, but should still give you adequate coverage. And you'll be able to determine that a little bit better when I turn around. Now this wig comes in 2 different sizes. It comes in an average size cap, and it also comes in a large size cap. This is the average version. Now I tend to prefer the average size cap. If you find yourself in a quandary about whether or not you are large or average capped, well, let me just tell you, because of the adjustability of an average cap, unless your circumference is beyond mine, so let's say that your circumference is 23.5 inches or above, then go with the large cap. Likewise, if you have a lot of head back here, like, you know, I have a pretty smooth head shape in the back. It's not really bulky back here. But some people, you know, they have kind of what, you know, I affectionately, though it might not seem that way, refer to as like almost like an egg head shape, where, you know, it looks like an egg, like that way. If you find yourself in that scenario, you're probably also better off going with the large cap, just because it has more room up here at the crown. I think that this fits me quite well and it's quite comfortable on, but for a lot of people who are on that cusp, this is going to be very tight. So if you have any doubts whatsoever, go for the large version. But if you've had success in the past with the average cap size, then stick with that. So anyhow, let me go ahead and zoom in on the color a little bit so I can show you how pretty this is. So you can see right away, beautiful, beautiful red, some very subtle flecks of blonde throughout that red to kind of warm it up a little bit. But overall, it's just a very beautiful, dynamic Irish red highlight on top of that dark brown. Now, I'm doing this on purpose to expose the permatease, but in general, when you're wearing it, you're not going to be able to see that. And then in the back, you've got this very beautiful blended brown. So let me go ahead and do my little turn for you so you can see what Date looks like from all sides. This is a really easy wig to wear. Just like Sky from Noriko, this one's a shake and go. You just put it on your head, fluff it up with your fingers, and she's ready to wear. So you can't get much easier than that. So if you're looking for a easy, cute wig, this one is great for everyday wear. This one will also be great for exercise, just because she's so easy to wear and so easy to wash and then dry. You know, you just dunk her in some water with a little bit of fabric softener in her, rinse her off a little bit, stick her on a head form, she's good to go. This one is easy as easy can be. So let me go ahead and take Date off so I can show you the cap construction. So see what I mean by the shape of my head? Where the bulk of my circumference is, it's like here in the front. So that's why my circumference is as big as it is, because my forehead is relatively bulky. But the back of my head is a normal size, which is why I can get away with a lot of these average size wigs. So I don't want, you know, people who are on the borderline like me to think that everyone with a 23.5 inch circumference can get away with the same kind of wigs that I do. It not only depends on your circumference, but it also depends on the shape of your head. If you have a pinhead, like some people, I don't call them that, they call themselves that, okay? They write me emails all the time where they're like, yeah, I've got a pinhead. I know what you mean. You mean a little pointy up here, where you've got that bulge back here, like the eggheads, you know? I feel so silly saying this though, because I don't want people to think I'm like insulting them. But you know what I mean? It's like if you've got that little bump of extra material of head back here, you know, it's gonna make it hard for you to fit into an average size wig. It's gonna feel like it's always gonna fly off, you know? I know your pain, though that's not my specific problem. So here is the little insert of monofilament. This one has a monofilament crown, so it's about the size of like 2 quarters put together right there. And then the rest of this little spade pattern, that's all permatease. The front here is very nice and felt, and that will help you feel comfortable throughout the day. The back is extended and also felt, and then the tabs here in the back are Velcro and very adjusty. This wig has quite a bit of stretch, which is why it fits me so nicely. And open wefted sides and back. Also quite stretchy, if you can tell. Here is the back of Date, so you can see all this layering. This color does a great job of showcasing that. Cicadas, they're trumping me. Anyway, so here's all that. You can see that there's red blended all throughout that base shade. That's what I'm talking about, where it's kind of like the regular hazelnut from Raquel Welch down here. And then up here you've got all that red and a little tiny flecks of gold. Tiny. It's mostly red. Very, very pretty color. And then let me find that monofilament crown. Stick my thumb under it so you can kind of see for contrast. So that helps quite a bit. I'm going to put Date back on now for you. And this one is super easy. In fact, the messier you make her, usually the better she looks. I'm just gonna go like that with my hands. And I always like aim for the sky when I wear wigs like this in my daily life. Like I fluff them up, and then after they're fluffed up, I pat them back down. So that way I can get them into exactly the shape I want them in. Yeah, that wants to go there, so I'm gonna let it. This wig's so fun, and it's so easy. So that's it. This one has been Date by Wille in the color Hazelnut Brooded, which has all these colors attached to it that I demystified hopefully for you at the beginning of this review. My name's Heather. I'm from CysterWigs.com. That's CysterWigs.com, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Subscribe to my channel, by the way, if you haven't already. It's a great way to keep informed about all the latest in wig reviews. Bye!